Hello, and welcome to my art journal flip through. I'm ready to go. I got my Red Bull. Okay, so I finished this one in August 2015, hence the August 2015 title. And here's the cover. It's metallic. I sprayed it with Bo Bunny bronze and gold, I think, and a couple other different colors. And then I added some of my metallic gelatos to create this effect on top of the thickers that had all fallen off their sheets and I was going to throw out. They were hiding at the bottom of the drawer, so I found a whole bunch of them, and then I added August 2015, and this is a Maya Road chipboard word imagination, so I highlighted it a little bit. Not as much as August 2015, obviously. So that's how that one came out. I'm pretty happy with the cover. I've been wanting to try this technique for years now, and I never really got around to it. So this art journal was a great way of trying things that I'd, been wanting to try and never tried. So here's the first one. And I don't know if you can see, but they're in there. They're kind of hiding in the darkness, and she's coming out of the darkness a little bit more, and this one's hiding in the darkness. Those are Stampatique stamps, and I used my gelatos, stamps, stencil with, these are with modeling paste, or so. That's that one. And then this is the logical song. It goes, when I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful, magical. And all the birds in the trees, well, they be singing so happily, joyfully, playfully, watching me. But then they send me away to teach me how to be sensible, logical, responsible, practical, and they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, clinical, intellectual, and cynical. So if you guys don't know this song, it's called The Logical Song, and I highly recommend you find it on YouTube. There's a nice video of the guy singing it live. So this one is based on the book by Dr. Seuss, My Many Colored Days. And it starts with some days are yellow, some are blue, and then it goes on to say on different days I'm different too. And then it goes through a whole bunch of colors and different feelings. So if you have kids, again, that's a book I highly recommend. The pictures in it are really gorgeous, and I love the message. This one is called Darkness Falls. And again, I used a bunch of stencils, and this is actually Prima silver crackle paste on top of like a black and white sort of background. And I just painted her with acrylics and then used a stencil for the Tim Holtz stencil for her dress or her body. She's kind of like in a straitjacket, I think. Maybe. Sorry. All right. Anyways, the next one's a little bit more cheerful. This one says, always find time for the things that make you feel happy to be alive. And again, a whole bunch of stencils, stamps, and gelatos. This one, I started trying out the other layout of the album. And just a whole bunch of stuff going on here. This one's called Doubt. And this is a magazine image, and I painted over her skirt. So she's kind of coming out of there. And this is a Prima stencil with stars. So that's that one. And the next one, I liked doing the tall layout, so I did another one. That's this one, and it says, and this clock I stamped on tissue paper, because I didn't want to stamp on here because I knew it would just come out messed up and I'd be upset. So I stamped it on tissue paper, so I just then added it and added little butterflies from Bo Bunny paper and stuff. So, and some more of these stars from that stencil that I love. This one goes, your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. And I painted her with acrylics, and then I did a whole bunch of gelatos and all sorts of different mediums. Again, it's mixed media. This one says Earth without art is just And I love the concept of it, and I've seen other people do it. That's how I got the idea. But I don't like how it came out in here because I kept journaling in this journal, I got progressively more annoyed with it because the paper was really thin. So you obviously had to gesso it, and then these sprays did not go right on the gesso, so it got messed up. So I'm fine with the concept, but the execution's not my favorite. But yeah, and then some of the pages I glued together, but that didn't actually even help much because it's just not the proper type of base for a lot of painting or mixed media work. The journal is actually a Fancy Pants storybook. Yeah, it was the storybook. So it was just these white chipboard books with these thin pages inside. Like kind of, well, they're not too thin. They're kind of cardstock, but they're just kind of thinner than, you know, watercolor paper. And I got this maybe like, I don't know how long ago, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, and I never used it. So I figured since I wanted to start art journaling, I'd just start with what I have. Then the next one is this. I do like how this one came out. This is using Bo Bunny Madeline collection, I think. And it says, "You're not a drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in a drop," by Rumi. And I got this quote from a page I saw Willowing do. So, I mean, obviously her page was totally different, but it was like a girl in the rain, I think. But I love the quote, and I love her videos. So you guys should check her out. She's really talented. I was watching a bunch of different art journal videos lately. This one says, "Spread your wings and fly," and this is using the new Bo Bunny Penny Emporium collection and some Bo Bunny glitter paste and stamps. And she's on a tightrope, and this one is called The Balancing Act. So she's standing on this thing, and she's got an umbrella with an owl on top and clocks hanging down, which Dexter thought was obviously hysterical with all her, you know, with all the stuff she's balancing. This one, there's like a talented lady called something, oh shoot, I forget her name, but she makes these videos of classes she does, art classes she does for kids, and the technique looks super fun and easy. So Morgan and I both made one. I made the page in my art journal, and she made it in her art journal. And this one's based on the poem, "I Think That I Shall Never See a Poem Lovely as a Tree." And then blah, blah, blah. You can look it up. It's by Joyce Kilmer. It's a really lovely poem that I've always loved, and I thought it was perfect for this sort of, you know, this thing. Then the next one, I dug out my graphic 45 papers, and since after that, you know, I never looked back because, you know, then I was like, oh, look at all this gorgeous paper. This one says, "Dorothy, you had it in you all along," and she's floating in a blue bubble, but it's more of a coffee stain bubble. And she's got a bronze crown on, and some more Bo Bunny blue modeling. Well, this is blue glitter paste, and then gold glitter modeling glitter paste. So it's that one. And then this one is more graphic 45, and it says, "We are all mad here." And I painted the black background black, and then I had this Harlequin stencil that I sprayed with white Delusions paint, and then I went over it with some more paint, just kind of dabbing it in so that it gave it a more sort of vintage distressed look. And this one says, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." And again, I used some more of my lovely Prima Star stencil, some rub-ons, more graphic 45 paper here and actually underneath it. You probably can't see it on the camera, but this is the, you know, torn paper technique where you start out with a page of just basically all torn paper, and then I also add washi tape and all sorts of stuff, and then I paint on top of it so that here and there you still get glimpses of the original. And this is my tree stencil from Crafter's Workshop, and this one says, "This is the beginning." So because I think the last page is not the end, it's really the beginning, because I've decided I want to do more painting again, because I really, I kind of, you know, got away from it while I was doing all the school and work and everything, so I'm going to get back into it. And yeah, so, and then I'm going to do a whole week of art journaling on my blog this week, where I'll post all the photos, and obviously you can get much better idea of how they look with the photos rather than just here. So thanks for watching, and I'll include the link to my blog below so you can go ahead and check it out on my blog and see how that all looks close up. Thanks guys, bye.